everyone, welcome to Table Wars. Today we are playing Pandemic, a game of global, not domination.
Infection.
Global infection, yeah. The three of us are going to play very awesome and intrepid scientists, dispatchers, and contingency planners in order to contain this pandemic, and that's its name. So the setup of this game is actually really straightforward. You draw 3 cards from the infection deck, and then you place 3 cubes on each of those places. So let's see here. Los Angeles is getting 3 cubes. Now the cubes represent severity of infection. 3 cubes on a place is about as much as that place can handle. So Los Angeles, anybody in LA is feeling the hurt of this particular disease. What's the name of the yellow disease? We should give it a name.
Nickelodeon.
Okay, the yellow disease.
The Nickelodeon disease.
The Nickelodeon disease, that's yellow. So everyone in LA is really feeling the Nickelodeon disease. People in Bogota, Colombia are also feeling the Nickelodeon disease pretty badly. And Mumbai gets these little black cubes, 3 of them. So what's the name of the black disease in Mumbai?
We're not racist.
The Black Plague.
The Black Plague.
It's come back.
It's come back. But this time, it's personal. Okay. And then you draw 3 more cards and place 2 cubes on each of those. So Madrid, Spain's getting 2 cubes. What's the blue disease called? Let's see. We'll think of it as the common cold, part 2. Nuh-uh. Sao Paulo's getting the Nickelodeon disease, 2 cubes. And Moscow is getting the Black Plague, 2 cubes. And I'm thinking Pirates disease is the name of the blue, because Bluebeard just popped into my head when I thought about it. So.
The Pirates disease.
Oh, I was thinking bless you.
Bless you? That's an interesting name for a disease. What do you have? Bless you. What? Okay. And then you draw 3 more cards, and each of those locations get 1 cube. So Milan, Italy gets cube of Bless You. Mexico City gets Nickelodeon's disease, 1 cube. And Seoul gets a red cube. And what's the name of the red disease?
You're welcome.
No. How about the Great Scourge? A little bit dramatic. Actually, it has to be said, the Great Scourge. Dun, dun, dun. That's its name. Dun, dun, dun. It has to have that afterwards. Alrighty. I am the dispatcher. My special power is that I can move other people on my turn. Dee is playing the scientist. Her special power is that she can cure diseases for 4 cards instead of 5. Pretty handy. And Dylan's playing the contingency planner. And that fella can save the special cards that come from this deck. And speaking of this deck, we all start with 3 cards from here. Ooh, Dylan gets 3 red cards. Oh, hold up. 3 red cards in a row warrants a shuffle in my book, so we're just going to quickly...
And it should be noted that we are playing on the hardest level.
Yes. This game has various levels where you put epidemic cards in this deck. We are playing with 6 epidemic cards because we are... 6, I think.
6?
Yeah.
All right.
So, everybody gets 3 cards from here. That's much better. Alright. And here we are.
I'm all black, you guys are 2 reds, 2 blues.
It all works out. Alrighty. So who wants to go first? Dylan, you go ahead.
Oh. I'm going to use 2 of my turns to get to Los Angeles and cure 2 cubes.
Alrighty. Every turn you have 4 actions. Dylan just moved twice and then used 2 actions to cure 2 cubes in LA. So everyone in LA is feeling a little bit better. The Nickelodeon disease isn't inflicting them so much. Alright, Desiree, or Dee, you can go ahead.
Alrighty.
Sorry, it just bugs me that they're out of order.
And I'm going to do basically the same thing.
Only in Bogota.
Yep.
Wow, you guys are really after that Nickelodeon disease. Okay.
Closest one.
Oh, hold up. We forgot
Not
to do...
sponsored by Nickelodeon.
We forgot to do a couple things. Dylan, you got to draw 2 cards, and at the end of Dylan's turn, even though we kind of skipped it, but at the end of Dylan's turn, 2 cards are drawn from the infection deck, and both of those locations get 1 cube. London is starting to feel the, what did you call it, the Bless You disease?
Yes.
And Chennai, India, is getting the Black Plague. Alrighty. And then Desiree, you already have drawn your cards, but 2 more of these come out. St. Petersburg and Khartoum. Alright, so Russia's starting to feel the bless you. And Khartoum in the Sudan, starting to get the Nickelodeon disease. Alrighty. Now it is my turn. Let's see here. I think that Dylan is really close to getting the red cure. You have to collect 5 cards to get a cure, and we win by getting all 4 cures of all 4 diseases.
Next turn I can actually cure the Black Plague
Okay, perfect. So,
because I'm awesome.
so I think that I'm going to get Dylan and you both in Jakarta so that you can exchange your Jakarta card. And let's see how I can do that. Jakarta's there. I'm going to have Dylan go from Los Angeles to Sydney for 1, and then from Sydney to Jakarta for 2, and then I fly D over to Dylan for 3, and my 4th action shall be to move myself to Miami. Alrighty, now I draw 2 cards. Uh-oh, Epidemic card. Epidemic cards are nasty little buggers. They do 3 things. First of all, they increase the infection rate by 1. They infect, which means that we take the bottom card of the infection deck, and that place gets 3 cubes. So Osaka, Japan, suddenly is getting 3 cubes of the Great Scourge. Dun, dun, dun. And on top of everything else, this gets shuffled and put back on top, meaning that the same cities that have already got cubes will get even more cubes first, before any other city. And the longer you can go before you draw your first epidemic card, the better, which means that drawing one in our first round sucks a lot. Okay, and now it's the end of my turn.
You know, the Great Scourge dun 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 isn't actually that great of a scourge right now.
Uh-oh. One of the cards I just drew was Osaka, which already has 3 cubes on it. And now
Nah, you jinxed us.
it spreads a cube into Taipei and Tokyo, its bordering cities.
It's still not
And
that
the
big.
outbreak marker goes up by 1. If it gets to the skull and crossbones, I think it's pretty obvious that we die.
You live. Oh.
No, we die. So, Osaka was so infected with the Great Scourge, dun, 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 that everybody spread out into Taipei and Tokyo. The children aren't safe! And they ran and spread the disease everywhere. And it was an outbreak. And of course, before I forget, Bogota also gets a cube of Nickelodeon. And that was the end of my turn.
Get sued.
Yep. Dylan, go ahead.
So I'm gonna, for 1 action, I'm just gonna take her thingy.
Now, the only reason he could take that card from D is that they both were in Jakarta, which means that she could give him her Jakarta
And then
card.
2, 3, and cure a cube of the Black Plague.
Awesome. And that's the end of your turn. Draw 2 cards for you. Awesome. Now you have to discard down to 7 cards. By the way, that card is an interesting one. It's called Forecast. It allows him to draw the top 6 cards of the infection deck and put them back in any order he wants. Meaning he can put them in order of least dangerous to most dangerous. All right.
Discarding the.
You're discarding the Riata Black Plague. And now we infect 2 cities. Seoul gets the Great Surge, dun, 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 and Sao Paulo gets the Nickelodeon disease. Oh, that was close. And Seoul, South Korea. Alrighty. Yeah. And that's Dylan's turn. And D, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to...
Never mind. I had an idea, but it was a bad one, so I rescind my...
Okay.
You can make it to there. 2, 3. Go there for 4.
2, 3, 4. So
But that's it. Yeah.
Yep, that's all I can do. But next time I can cure the Black Plague.
Perfect. So draw 2 cards for you. And infect 2 cities. Mexico City and Khartoum both get the Nickelodeon disease. Khartoum and Mexico City. Alrighty. That was the end of your turn. It's now my turn. First of all, let's see. I can't really arrange anything with anybody transportation-wise, so I'm just gonna take care of things on my own. Oh yeah, that's true. I moved Dylan to Atlanta for 1 action, and then 2, 3, 4. Go to Sao Paulo and remove a Nickelodeon disease cube from there. I'll then draw 2 cards. Oh my gosh, why is it always me? Another epidemic card. So
You just have all the bad luck.
I know.
He's the real plague.
That's so mean.
The infection rate goes up 1. We infect Cairo with the Black Plague, 3 cubes of it.
Ooh. Hey, Egypt.
Yeah. And then, oh no, look at how small this stack is that gets shuffled and put back on top. All these cities are gonna get refreshed, like right off the bat. There's not much here to shuffle. Alrighty. That's the end of my turn. Draw 2 cards here, and Khartoum and Bogota both get a cube of Nickelodeon. Oh, Khartoum is now really feeling the hurt, and Bogota is also.
Did you take the bottom one?
I did the bottom one thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Cairo.
Oh.
Okay, and that's the end of my turn. Dylan?
I'm going to
Cure.
cure the red disease for 1.
Awesome.
Goodbye, the red scourge. Dun dun dun.
Thank you. That's very important that that be its title.
And then I am going to use 2, 3, and cure 1 for 4. And then I'm going to use my forecast card.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And then I'm going to use my special ability to pick it up again.
Yep. Contingency planner gets to take those once they're discarded and put them back in his hand. But if you use them a second time, it goes in the box, meaning it's out of play forever. Or at least for the rest of this game.
Where's...
Okay.
We need to cure Osaka.
While he is putting those in the best order possible, Desiree, why do you want to become a scientist? What's your character's backstory?
Oh. I don't know.
I know I want to become a dispatcher. I have a fascination with travel, and after traveling the world, I decided to become a travel agent. And then, for no reason whatever, when they were assembling this dream team of people to go cure all these diseases, they decided, you know what, we need a travel agent. And they called me, and I was like, I would be happy to help save the world. And so here I am. I have no idea what I'm doing, really.
We need to get rid of the red one.
I just Google flights from point A to point B, and whatever's the top result, I just click that, and that's what I do. That's my whole job. Okay, you're done. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
So here you are, 2 cards.
But we need to get rid of the red
Yeah.
immediately.
Right away. And then we infect 2 cities. LA gets a cube of Nickelodeon, and Cairo gets a cube of the... Cairo already has 3 cubes, which means it's another outbreak.
Oh, it did?
Yep, the people of Cairo are so... You had the chance to arrange that, and you... What? You didn't look? You didn't look and say...
I'm trying to kill us.
Okay, you're a double agent. You work for the contagion. Okay.
I work for Nickelodeon.
So, Cairo, its people, are so infected with the Black Plague that they spread out in Algiers, Istanbul, Baghdad, and Riyadh, and Khartoum. But Khartoum already has 3 cubes, so that chain reacts into
Why didn't we name Blue Disney?
I don't know. Into another outbreak, and Khartoum sends Nickelodeon into Lagos, Kinshasa, and Johannesburg, which means we've had 2 outbreaks, and we are 5 away from the Skull and Crossbones' death. End of the game. Well done, good sir. By well done, I mean way to epic fail. Okay. Now is the end of your turn.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna use my 4 cards to cure the Black Plague.
Awesome.
And then I'm going to use this to speed travel to Karachi. Right there.
Perfect. So that's 2 actions you've used so far.
Then I'm going to slide over here and for my last action, cure Mumbai. Because when we have the cure, we only need 1
Action.
to cure whatever's in the city that we are at.
Right. So if she was in Cairo and used 1 action, she could cure all 3 cubes. which is awesome. And now we infect 2 more cities. Sao Paulo and Mexico City both feeling the Nickelodeon. So far, no more outbreaks, but getting close to a couple. Alrighty, and that was Desiree's turn. Now it's my turn. Anybody close to a cure?
By the way, next turn, that one's gonna get it. Osaka.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what I can do to stop that.
Can you speed travel to Osaka?
Yeah, I can. I'll fly to Osaka. Actually, no, I'm gonna cure a cube in Sao Paulo first for 1 action. Fly to Osaka for my 2nd action, and my 3rd and 4th actions are both. Actually, no. 3rd action's curing a cube of the Great Scourge from Osaka, and my 4th action. Actually, yeah, it's the 2nd cube. All that for just doing the same thing. And now I draw 2 cards. Please, not a... Oh my gosh! Again with another epidemic. Alright, the infection rate goes up again. This gets increased. Oh, now Tokyo is getting 3.
No!
Uh-oh. And Tokyo already has a cube on it, which means, guess what? Another outbreak. It's in people filled with the Great Scourge in Tokyo. The Great Scourge in Tokyo. Flee into Seoul, Osaka, and San Francisco, and Shanghai. And that's another outbreak for us.
Fun.
Fun indeed. And these get shuffled and put on top.
Guess what? Oh no.
And now, we draw 3 cards at the end of my turn instead of 2. The infection rate having traveled to here. LA
Wait.
gets a cube on Nickelodeon.
Okay, good.
Hold on. We had the red cure. Last time we could have.
That's fine.
So now you did technically have another action.
It would have just allowed me to move instead of doing anything else anyway. So a cube in LA, a cube in Khartoum. Oh, already has stuff there, which will cause 2 outbreaks.
Oh gosh.
Khartoum sends cubes into Lagos. Kinshasa and Johannesburg.
We're gonna die.
Yeah, we're gonna die. And Cairo sends out cubes into Algiers, Istanbul, Baghdad, and Riyadh. And what's this last card? Oh dear, it's Cairo.
Oh, we're
which
dead.
causes another 2 chain reaction, and we failed.
Dang it.
Well, on the hardest setting, we died. Oh well.
We've only beaten it once on the hardest setting.
Yeah, and we failed twice. Well, I guess that's this game. It's a lot of running around, a lot of teamwork, trying to cure diseases, and trying to also prevent, them from causing major havoc. But in the end, we failed. The Black Plague swept across, the Middle East. The Bless You disease was doing hardly anything.
Nickelodeon's winning!
Nickelodeon was causing a lot of havoc, and the Great Scourge was just ripping.
It's stuck in this little corner.
It just was ripping through Asia like a tidal wave. But, oh well, the
A
3 of us
really
couldn't
small
do it.
tidal wave.
The scientist who couldn't cure anything, the dispatcher who just Googles and gets the top result, didn't do anything, and the contingency planner
Is bad at my job.
didn't plan a thing and didn't put those 6 cards in the right order. I'd have done such better. Anyway,
Maybe you should.
out of 5 stars, what would you rate it? Since you're taking a bit.
So I would rate it. I'd probably rate it a 3. Like, it's really fun and everything, and especially with the different difficulties. And you definitely have to choose your team well.
Definitely.
Because the one time we won, we had a slightly different team,
Yep, and it worked
and
better.
it worked much better. But this is also a single player game, and that's pretty cool.
Actually, no, I'm just weird and play it single player.
You just play it single player?
Yeah, I was telling her how.
It is possible to play it single player, but it's much harder.
Yeah.
That'd be like the ultimate hard level boss
mode, which
mode. So you can do that, but it's pretty cool.
Out of 5 stars, I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5. I'm reason it's higher than D's is I like how quick it could be played. I mean, yes, we lost.
Yes, it can be played quick. It's not as long of a game as Legendary.
Definitely. And Dylan?
I would give it a 3 because I feel like it has a greater potential than what it could be.
Alrighty. Well,
It's definitely fun though, and I enjoy playing it.
definitely. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll catch you on our next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye!